I've had countless scenarios repeat in my head to no end. It was a never-ending labyrinth that kept shifting the more I pondered all these thoughts. Maybe that was the pessimistic side of me. I always went through every possibility, even the good or bad. I must tell myself that everything happens for a reason. Until we take that initiative or someone else takes the action, we will get nowhere. Of course, this applies to where I'd be in life or how my future would be if it took this route. Maybe it isn't applicable to some of you, but those kinds of thoughts will linger in the back of your mind. But understand that you can make the scenario happen, just give it time. I'm someone who thinks of every possibility till I have these what ifs, and proceed until I exhaust every single instant. Whenever I think about the what ifs, it makes me feel like I would get nowhere. Maybe because I anticipated the worst. That was maybe why I didn't have the courage. These endless thoughts grew more and more, which eventually led to no progress to be made. Throughout the process I had going, it was evident I could only go so far and return to square one. Say, for example, your imagination. Picture all these images of your future. That's where we can fall short as.
Theory will take you only so far.
Recently, I kinda got hit with reality talking with a friend. It made me realize what needed to be changed in my mind. If I wanted something to happen, I'd have to change my thought process. It is better to grasp at a tangible item, as it allowed me to go for what I had versus what I didn't have. A big example was when I had reflected upon myself physically and mentally. That notion I had pushed me to working out in the gym. Instead of sitting at home most of the day, I took some time out of my day to get more fit. It didn't matter how long I went each time, whether it was 45 minutes or even an hour. I wanted to set myself in a direction that benefited me in the long run. There are times I think I could have done better or went at it with even more effort. Once that time comes back around, I want to push my limits again. This also led me to manifesting for a potential outcome and setting my mind to it. I had to come into terms with myself to think less pessimistically and come to a side of optimism. After I had acknowledged that the positives dwarfed the negatives, I gained this sense of working my way through my thoughts, switching from that old habit of feeling stagnant to moving forward. I used to enshroud my own thoughts, which impacted me negatively more than anything. These included passions, feelings, opinions, and taking that step in the right direction. For example, I originally wanted to study computer science because I saw so many opportunities to be creative with coding. I could understand the concepts, but in the end it wasn't for me to study. At the time, I wanted to pursue some kind of art, as I felt more freely doing what I loved versus a topic that would be difficult to me. Some remnants will remain, but as these past few months went by, I started to get rid of that old habit of thinking. I might have mentioned it before, I have tried to switch from pessimistic to optimistic for the foreseeable future. Instead of going about it with only hypotheticals, I should strive toward a reality that could happen in my life. It may be difficult at times as my mind likes to think the opposite, but I can always look back at the conversations and keep myself on track. I did cover a similar topic in my Dialing Back on Life video, but it was more generalized on life as a whole. This topic may also overlap or even be similar. The topic is understanding that you should never rush anything. If all we do is simply hit all these idealistic goals in a short span of time, we will end up not knowing where to go. How does it relate to the what ifs and my own thoughts? Well, I have so many ideas and thoughts that I want to say, but I just can't go along with it right away. Rather, I have to give the encounters time. As I mentioned before, I've been talking to someone that's helped me with what's been going through my head about a week or two ago. We went ahead and discussed, which then led me to figuring out when that opportunity is the perfect timing. Knowing what it is you want and how you go about it is solely based on how you, as the individual, when you think that moment is the right time. This is probably a process in which I will be in a long time. Even with the people I talk to, I have to find the right conditions and time that eventually lead to the initiative. How will I go about this in the end? This will all depend on those around me and how I will take that lead to ask away. I know that I will have to prepare for the worst later down the line. From this moment until that day happens, all I can do is grasp at what I have and hold it close to me. Never once will I have the days where I think of the hypotheticals. Instead, I will find the courage to say the word. After saying all this, it mainly is a reflection on my part. Maybe you can go find similarities in your life as well with this. When you think that opportunity is the right moment, take that chance, as you may never find another chance down the road.